Hello everybody and welcome to the 20th round of the Hardee's National Series. We are here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Cole Baker's going to lead them to the start-finish line. Blaze McKinney, P2, Jacob Hart, P3, Corey Williams, P4, and Patrick Smith rounding out the top 5. Green flag is out, and here we go racing.
Here we go indeed. Off into turn 1 they go. Going 3 wide on this start. Patrick Smith trying to take away. Moves up to 3rd. Going for 2nd.
Going 3 wide down the backstretch. Bobo Jones getting a push from Tim Fiegel up into 2nd, where Patrick Smith just was, and they're 4 wide in turn 4.
Oh no, the 80's in the outside wall, I believe.
The 90 in the wall. 3 wide for the lead. Noah Hart going for it. Cole Baker, the pole sitter, on the high side. Nowhere to go now on that high lane. And Noah Hart's going to take the lead already on lap 2. There's a bunch of people in the wall, including Corey Williams and Scott Roush, I believe, back there.
Kev Shearer now moves up to 2nd place in the number 0 flex tape machine. Going to dive it down to the inside. He's going to pull ahead. He's going to take the lead and lead the lap.
Ooh, Fiegel bounced off the wall back there in that blue 43, and Shearer, the points leader, is going to continue to lead the race. He's just been so consistent all year, and I'm not really surprised that he's leading this thing, to be honest.
Fanning out about 4 wide and around 5th or 6th place roughly. The question is, can they handle it?
I don't know. On the first lap, the tires are really cold. They get right up to the wall, and they just start riding the wall really, really hard and wasting their car and their tires. But luckily, it's pretty common around here to be in the wall, and you can make up time with that, because at Homestead, the high line is not really, sufficeable with this version of it. But the inside is really the most powerful one, because this, the high side just doesn't have a lot of rubber up there. This is a freshly paved track, and all these guys are just searching for grip everywhere else.
I was going to say Bobo Jones will take the lead and lead that lap, but almost had a pass on the inside by the 44 car of Sean Angel.
Angel getting up there in the AFRT Dodge with help from Austin Miller, and we got a wreck down the backstretch. The caution just came out. Going to see the race back to the line. Austin Miller sending it down the inside in the number 18 Traxxas car. And he's going to lead the race here at Homestead. And we're going to have to check out who just gotten that caution right there. But that was some incredible racing up at the front in the first 6 laps.
Right, so the cause of this first wreck here involves the 02 Gatlin Downey here. They come down off of the bank and onto the backstretch. There's a checkup with the 1 car. 05 and the 14 getting held up. The 02 tries to squeeze up, but the 28's nose is there, and they end up spinning around. Pretty harmless for the moment. It's just there's a lot of cars stacked up behind it. I think there's another car that gets involved somewhere along here. There it is, along the wall.
The 88 gets
nailed.
Damage back there.
Looks to be kind of a harmless thing. Oh, the 2! Ah, geez, with a decent lick into it. 35 here is going to get involved.
Ooh.
Oh, hard lick on the 2 and the 35. Nailed him right in the door, it looked like. 42 at Daniel Day scraping by. Pretty small crash for crashing right in front of a bunch of people, to be honest. I didn't expect them to all slow down for that, but the 35 and the 02 and the number 2 of Cal Farrell just seemed to be the ones that were affected by this one, and man, that's just a rough break for something happening on lap 4. And you never want anything that happened like that in a part-time start, and that's what Gatlin Downey is doing right now. So we're going to take you back to the green flag and see what's happening with the leaders, see if anyone pit yet. Coming back to the green, pace car just pulled down. Edward Ziemba leading the field after the front 3 stayed out. Austin Miller let him out of the pits, and then these 3 came out right in front of him during the pace laps. Green flag is out. Edward Ziemba leads us to the green. Brandon Krasta actually got a really slow start there compared to the leader. And he's going to get taken
Taken down the inside by Hannah Allen, and 3 wide by Miller. He's going to the lead with fresh tires. Or he's going to try to go to the lead with fresh tires.
3 wide battle now shrinking down to a 2 wide battle down the backstretch for a second place position. Off in turns 3 and 4 they go, still side by side. But the 18 charging to the inside, and he will take the top spot.
Oh, contact!
9 car looked like he got a little bit tight and hit his teammate up there with Hannah Allen, and he's going to settle back in line, but that was really, really close.
That was really close indeed. They come off at 2 here. Still bunched up. Not nearly as bad as before, though.
This is the best I've seen this 18 car all season. They're about 30th in points. Just trying to make it. He's DNQ'd this season, leading the race. What a story for this Flipside team, but I don't know how much longer that's going to last. This 9 car. Oh, Daniel Day going way down to the apron down here. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Man, Daniel Day, he almost got into a really big accident there. But, yeah, I haven't seen Austin Miller run this well in all season.
The big question that I was going to say was simply this. Made me wonder if there was contact between another car and the 42 that sent him that low.
Oh, that for sure. That definitely looked like he got sent down to the inside wall. A car just doesn't get sent to the left like that, so Daniel definitely got thrown down there. And speaking of throwing it down there, Jack Halleck making it 3 wide, trying to go to Austin Miller, taking the challenge to him. And he's going to send it down the inside of the Traxxas Toyota Supra. He's going to take that number 74 to the lead in turn 3. Whoa, Cole Baker. Oh my God. He just sent it way down the inside. And he's going to make it 3 wide for the lead. And we'll see if he can stick it into turn 1. Ooh, yeah, he definitely got stuck down there into turn 1. Cole Baker, your new leader, started on the pole and fell back quite a bit, but he just made his way back up to the lead pretty methodically there. They're getting some new tires and adjustments. Halleck coming right back down the inside, though. He's going to try to make it work. They're 4 wide down the front stretch, making it 3 wide, but Noah Hart might change that. I have no idea. Ooh, the 9 car going to stick it in there, and he's going to make it work. Yeah, these guys on new tires are definitely washing everybody who stayed out there, because I don't even see the 94, the 8, or the 17 anymore. As you see the 54 off pace down there, he's holding up these guys on the inside, and Srigley in the wall. Patrick Smith trying to get around him, just can't do it.
Question is how much is he going to hold up the inside line there?
Not a lot, doesn't seem like. They're 4 wide. Oh my gosh, they're making contact, everything. Blaze McKinney, Joseph Srigley.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight. Car's
Oh, oh.
Oh boy.
Man, James Ellison and Cody Goforth just barely getting through. These guys are going all out here at Homestead Miami Speedway, going 3 wide again after all that. These guys are not scared to make moves, that's for sure.
You certainly know this much. A driver never knows when to quit.
Bobo Jones sending it down the inside of Cole Baker. He's trying to take full advantage of a good points day while Kev Shearer isn't leading the race. He's only back in 8th, but any point advantage is a point advantage, and Bobo Jones will certainly take a win over anything else today. But he's got to get through Cole Baker and some of these other faster guys behind him to get that trophy. And draft is really, really reliant, or heavily relied on here, excuse me. And I don't know if you really want to be the leader here at Homestead.
Well, I'll certainly say this much. If you can be up there and push for it, definitely doesn't hurt to be up there leading.
Oh, no, certainly not. Clear air is going to help with the handling of your car and everything else that comes with clear air, but at the same time, you're going to get passed down the inside like Cole Baker just did to Bobo, and it seems like they've kind of just been trading spots. At least Cole and whoever else is in the top 5, really, have been trading spots for the lead. So I don't really know. Unless you've got a strong car, you really don't want to be the leader. Looks like this 84 is pretty strong though, at least in the middle and high groove, so he's able to actually make it work better than these guys behind him. After a few laps of racing, Cole Baker is kind of getting a gap from Jack Halleck and the rest of the top 4, or really 2nd through 4th behind him. And yeah, Kev Shearer getting up into 5th place, and Bradley Bishop Jr. just passing Austin Miller for 6th. And Miller going to try to fight it, but the 45 just seems like he's got a stronger car around the outside. Strigley on P8. Porkins in the 29 battling for 10th place, as you can see. Cody Goforth, pretty new to the Hardee's National Series, but he's always done well at Homestead. He's kind of has breakout performance at Homestead, if you will, in the Truck Series. James Ellison running for CM. His last ever start for, not last ever, but last start for CM this season. Running 14th, pretty good run for him. Scott Roush, 15th. This probably isn't the run that he wanted. But speaking of runs that people want, Will Goss definitely wants to be in 16th right now, battling for a top 30 owner points position to get locked into the field. He's been kind of in limbo with that all year. And the 19 certainly making up a lot of points on the guys near him in the top 30. So you see the 20 going down his inside there. Luke Martin, the 2020 Sony Cup Series champion, running for Horizon Group. P18, P19 is Blaze McKinney, your outside pole sitter. And rounding out the top 20, Tim Fiegel. And there goes Brandon Crasta as well. One of the guys who stayed out on old tires. Not really working out for him in terms of a call. He could really be benefiting from some brand new tires because he wouldn't be in 21st place. But nevertheless, that's what the team called him into the pits for. Logan Cloud up here in 22nd, and battling for 23rd is William Brock, Ryan Reed, and Shade Eves. Rounding out the top 25, Eric Burton is being lapped currently by Jacob Hart and Jake West in 26th and 27th. Aria Carmona in 28th, our Cleveland winner, keeping it out of the wall, unlike Corey Williams in 29th here. And Edward Ziemba rounding out the top 30. And Hannah Allen, the last car on that strategy call where they stayed on an old tire, she is 31st, getting passed by Gatlin Downey, who was involved in that wreck earlier. RJ Bishop just having a terrible run right now, to be honest, in 33rd. And then Julio Caesar, Ross Jackson rounding out the top 35. Tib Foster, 36th. Daniel Day, 37th after picking up damage. Larry Hagan, 38th. This is Breeding Enterprises' first ever Hardee's National Series start. He's got some rear end damage, but he's just trying to finish the race at this point. And we're back to the leader of Cole Baker. I know that was a lot, but we're back to the leader of Cole Baker. He's pulling away. Cal Farrell might get in these guys' way. I'm not sure. See how the 74 catches up to the 2 car.
And looks like it's going to be a pretty clean pass to the inside, and probably a clean pass by the others to the inside as well. Unless they decide to take the high line maneuver.
Which I don't believe they're going to do. They're going to keep it down the inside and make sure that they get around Cal Farrell. So pretty smooth, to be honest, getting around him. Not much going on the racetrack besides the battle for second place. Cole is just absolutely pulling away. Earlier, like we mentioned, this track is very draft reliant, so the 84 has definitely got a great car in clean air. These guys have just been battling way too hard and wasting their tires so they can't catch up to the 84. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I definitely think that these guys have burnt their stuff off, and Cole Baker is just kind of setting his own pace right now, not working his stuff too hard.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know exactly what everyone's setup is today, but just from having run around this track and everything like that, and looking at how the cars kind of dance around and go all in the different grooves to get around here, I would say that you can definitely keep a lot of speed, but there is definitely a risk, as always, of just wearing out your tires. And to those that did not pit, especially, Well, if you don't have grip, you can't make those different grooves work, and you can't even keep up to speed.
If you can't make every groove work, then you're kind of gonna be mired back in the pack at Homestead, because you gotta make everything work around here. You gotta make the top work, you gotta make the middle work, you gotta make the bottom work, and you sometimes might even have to make the apron work.
Hopefully the apron is usually only there to avoid crashes.
I mean, really on the front stretch, some people go like 5 wide down there and make a little pass off of turn 4 if there's just not enough room. Some people really do use that apron. And speaking of using things, Sprigley is using the wall to get around the corner, and he's going to get passed by his teammate for 6th place here.
Yep, the tap on the outside wall, trying to get through the corner. Don't know if his tires are just starting to fail, or if maybe he's just pushing it a little bit too aggressive right now to keep ahead or get ahead, but I don't think it's working out too great at the moment.
Nope, I do not think it's working out too well, as we got a big smoke on the front stretch. We got a caution on the racetrack.
Let's figure out who that is.
Oh,
43. Tim Fiegel, looks like.
Fiegel involved in a big crash here. He's got big damage, and he's going to blow smoke all the way down the back straightaway. In the field.
Must have been a hard lick. Everybody's coming in now, too. Look at that.
Everybody coming into the pits. We're going to take you to the replay and see what happened. And, some guys are backing into other people back there. But Tim Fiegel, it looks like his day is over.
Welcome back as to what brought out our caution flag for the period. The 88 slides up the racetrack, and the number 90 of Blaze McKinney is going to go to the inside. Gets a little bit too tight, and then they just lock wheels and lock fenders with one another. That's going to cause a massive amount of issues for the drivers behind. Brandon Craster gets into the back of them, and as they slide down the racetrack, 43 plows into the back of the 88, gets turned to the inside lane, and as they're going by, the 16 of Jake West slams into the back of the 88, taking himself out as well. 54 gets a little bit of damage there, but the 43 of Tim Fiegel and the 16 probably out of today's race with engine damage from this wreck, and the 88 definitely not in a state of happy feelings right now after that big impact.
Nope, 88, I believe he also, at least in terms of being competitive, he is also done for the day. So the 1643 definitely out of the race. The 88 and 54 are pretty much done for the day in terms of being competitive. So tough day for all 4 of those guys, but we'll get you back to the restart, and yeah, we'll see what happens for the rest of this race. Now that it's about halfway, these guys might start going a bit insane, so we'll take you back to the restart and see what happens.
And welcome back. We're about to go green once more here at Homestead Miami. Couple cars on the inside, a lap down, hoping to get their lap back. And here we go. Flags. Flagman has a green in his hand, and the green flag waves once more.
Cole Baker, your leader, as they go into turn number 1, looks to be the 0 of Kev Shearer up in 2nd place as they run away from Bobo Jones, Noah Hart and company, getting held up by the lap traffic racing them. They head down the back straightaway.
Down the back stretch, Kev Shearer going to shoot down to the inside. Side-by-side battle with Cole Baker. Shearer's going to pull ahead with the nose. Now about a car length.
Here they go digging. Off turn 4, Kev Shearer takes the lead for the moment as there's a gaggle of cars back there going 3, 4 wide. Heading into turn number 1. This could get interesting.
That indeed could, but here we go. Cole Baker's going to shoot to the inside as we now fold back. 3 wide battle for looking around 10th to 15th place, I estimate.
Battle for 13th place right there, but I believe they're trying to get up into the top 10, taking that spot from Yepes. The 20 of Breeding, though, he's having a really good run down the inside.
Camping World colors.
Oh yeah, for sure. That scheme is really, really nice looking. Speaking of nice looking schemes, 41 going around the outside of Will Goss right there. That's a very nice scheme right there. And
77 got his nose chopped off a little bit as Goss made a move there.
the high line's starting to come in 3 and 4 only. I'm starting to notice is woo.
Whoa!
Burton just got real
Good
loose
save.
there. Burton got really, really, really loose.
And based off of the earlier wreck, definitely didn't want to see that again.
Oh no, absolutely not. Did not want to see that kind of wreck. Because that could have been really big, to be honest. If a bunch of cars in front of the field just kind of stacked up in turn 4, that would be a really, really big wreck.
Oh, jeez.
Tap side by side in the outside
That
wall.
was close. Real tight, hard, fast racing through Homestead Miami Speedway as we cycle back to the front here. Here's the 45 is taking the lead from the 84 and the 0. I don't know where he came from.
Just ran his fastest lap of the race. Bradley Bishop Jr. doing a great job for AFRT, keeping it up in the lead. Ooh, it looks like they're starting to bunch up real hard back here.
Oh, 77 smacks the wall.
Be careful, guys.
They're getting real racy towards the end of this race here. There's Goss getting passed down the inside of... Ooh, he's getting real tight. Of Luke Martin down there. Excuse me. Getting 13th position.
Down the backstretch they go, going 3 wide in a couple of places.
Brandon Cresta hanging on to 9th position. Looks like Edward Ziemba in the 94 Ford is going to try and get a piece of that action. They go 4 wide off the corner, real tight again.
Yepes was riding the wall really hard back there, and he's been doing that a lot today. I've seen that 77 in the wall more times than he's been out of it today. So that is
This ain't going to last much longer.
Oh no, they're definitely not. They are getting really close to each other. So I do not believe this is going to last very long. But them being clean as the 8.
Smacks the wall. Multiple cars smack the wall. We got contact. We got a huge crash on the front straightaway. Multiple cars involved.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hard crash. 54 hard into the wall. Into the 14. 29 involved.
How? The better question right now is simply this. Who was not involved in that crash?
Oh man,
Amen.
I have no idea. That was big carnage on the front straightaway. We had been pretty much saying that was going to happen for about 5 or so laps because I knew coming out of turn 4 they were going to get bunched up like that and something was going to happen. So,
that magnitude, that's the thing. That was insane.
We're going to have to get a couple replays of that crash. That was a massive big one here at Homestead Miami as they go around the pace car. We're going to go around a lap or 2 and show you the replay of what just happened on the front straightaway. And that was a big accident.
All right, we are back from the big one. Here's how it all began. You see the 44 and the 41 racing here. The 20 comes flying in. That's Dick Breeding in the 20 car, I believe. Comes flying in, thinks he's got traction, but he don't. Slides up into the 41, knocks him into the 44. They all go flying into the wall. Brandon Cresta, nowhere to go. Takes the 22 car, I believe, with him. 44 almost flips over. The 3 gets a piece. The 86 gets a piece. The 74 nails him. 8 gets nailed, goes flying in the air. Corey Williams. Multiple cars involved. A lot of cars keep piling in. Nowhere to go. 29. The 90 of Blaze McKinney barely scrapes through. The 71 gets the piece of it from Cresta. See, now watch the 54. He's going to come into the picture here in a second. He's spinning. Nails Corey hard in the door. 05 nails the 54. They go flying. 54 almost flips as well. Gatlin Downey with damage. He was running well. The 29 car gets nailed in the door. Corey comes to rest. A lot of cars involved. This is just pure carnage. This is something you see out of Talladega.
Oh yeah, this was definitely a Daytona Talladega-esque big one. We're going to see one more guy actually come in here, Larry Hagan. I don't even know if he realized what was going on, but he just He ran into the 29, and I don't think he's got any damage after that. That was just kind of silly, but what a big accident. I don't even know these guys even knew where to go when that wreck was happening, but we're going to see what it looked like for some of these guys. We're going to take on board with Eric Burton first, and then just go down the list of who we think had the best view, really. And yeah, we're going to get back to you with Eric Burton's full speed onboard.
Whoa, whoa, look at this.
Oh my gosh,
The
right as we
tube
were about to
cuts
cut.
up into the 48 of Larry Hagan.
All right, we'll get
Not
you
sure
to the
what that was
replay,
about.
but oh my gosh, that was that was a lot. Even
Just
after
when
the
you
wreck,
thought it couldn't get any wilder.
even after the wreck, they're still wrecking. On board with the 54, seeing a big smoke show. Don't even know where to go. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's got a sting. An impact like that. There's the 48 flying in.
Big hit.
Hopefully both drivers okay from their driver's side impact on each other.
All right, I can lead this one in if you want.
Go ahead.
With the bumper of Nick Breeding. Flying in, thinking he has grip. Turns out he don't, and it causes this huge melee. Look at it from the rear bumper. Oh! Minefield.
Surprisingly, very little damage overall by comparison to the 20 car, but
He got
lot of
lucky,
other
but that wasn't a
cars.
smart move.
yep, caused a lot of issues for everyone else.
On board with Will Goss. Gets a front row seat of this wreck right here.
Full speed here, folks. Take a look at this. Ugh. Threading the needle.
Little taps of damage to the 19 car, but overall came out very cleanly.
Yeah.
And
Fared a lot better than somebody mid-pack normally would have in that one.
after that one, we'll get you back to the restart here and see what's left to the field.
Here we go. The leaders head down into the front stretch. Bradley Bishop Jr. in the number 45 Dodge. Mopar hits the green flag line, and green is back out. Kev Shearer in the 0, right behind, trying to capitalize and retake the lead.
Look who's up in the third now. That looks to be Austin Miller in the Traxxas Toyota having a great run. Right in front of the 84, your pole sitter, Cole Baker.
This 18 has definitely got it figured out around here at Homestead. He didn't get involved in the wreck, and it seems like they've just nailed the setup today. So this number 18 doing an amazing job here towards the end of this race, trying to put himself in a position to win. He'd be the second Flipside Motorsports car to win a race this season. Definitely not what that team was expecting, but that's what they're going for
There
right
he
now.
goes to the inside. He's to the inside of Kev.
And Austin Miller.
I was going to comment how Kev Shearer just taken the lead a moment ago, and now the 18 is going to swing down to the inside and fight for position.
It clears him.
He's gonna
Austin
clear
Miller's
him.
the leader.
We commentated his first ever win at Irwindale in the Napa Truck Series, and we might commentate his first ever Hardee's win in the Hardee's National Series, because Austin Miller just took the lead from the 45 of Bradley Bishop Jr. and Kev Shearer, who are going at it right now, doing multiple slingshot moves on each other. But Miller taking advantage of it, but Bishop having a great run down the inside, and he's going to probably get around Miller here in turn 4.
I was just going to say, if the 18 ends up winning this thing, we're going to give him the Golden Horseshoe Award, because we've commentated could be two of his first couple wins in this division.
Speaking of someone trying to get their first win in this division, Cole Baker, his lone Napa Truck Series win was at Homestead Miami Speedway. He's led the most laps today, and he's going to try to recreate that magic that he made in the Truck Series last year with the same team that he's driving for right now. The 0 car, Kev Shearer, trying to extend his points lead, just going down the inside of Cole Baker and trying to catch up to Bradley Bishop Jr. to get another win in his catalog. Bishop.
Off into the 2. They go. Side by side, battle for second.
Let's be able to get 3 wide here. Austin Miller leaning on Colt.
Miller being
they can
aggressive
single
when he needs to be. He just doesn't have the car to compete with these front 3 on the longer runs. Maybe if this was a green-white checker, yeah, he would have been able to take that win. But as of right now, no. And wow, Kev Shearer got super close to Bradley Bishop Jr. right there. Cole Baker trying to take advantage of that again as well. Every time these guys get a bad run out of the corner, they just pass each other. There's no patience. There's no saving. They're just going for it today.
No, you got to keep your run going. Otherwise, you kill all your momentum and it ends up hurting you later on.
I'm going to go a little further back. Look who's back. Edward Ziemba, I guess, made it through that big one, and he's all the way up to 6th on some fresh tires. If you remember earlier in the
behind
race,
him, actually.
Ooh, Scott Roush.
He was involved in the big one. Scott Roush up to 7th.
And Ziemba, if you remember from a few laps ago, he was the leader on that restart where he took no tires. And he fell all the way back to the 30s, and he's all the way back up into the top 10. And Scott Roush was spinning out, and he's back up into the top 10. He's got a great car under him as always. James Ellison in the top 10 for CM Racing, and the 17 of Hannah Allen trying to put him back into 10th spot. Will Goss and Nick Breeding battling for 11th. And Blaze McKinney trying to take him 3 wide into turn 1, but Goss actually got a better run, so he's going to clear both of them. And McKinney taking the spot from Breeding. Tib Foster in 15th place. Aria Cremona going to be in the top 20. Just doing a really good job in this 51 car. I believe she missed the wreck, so she's running well. Shade Eves, we're getting back to the more damaged cars in the field, which is Eves and Caesar. Patrick Smith in 20th, Angel 21st, Cal Farrell 25th, Porkins 22nd, Hagan 23rd on the lead lap, I believe, which is really, really good, to be honest. Just even surviving the wreck, I'm sure in their first start in the Hardee's National Series, this team will take a 23rd place. Diego Yepes with even more damage in 24th. We saw he was getting knocked all around the
Only
over
24
the place,
cars running. He was the last car in the field running.
There's 25, I believe, with Farrell being multiple laps down. But either way, there's very little people in this race. It's half the people we started with, pretty much. So that was a massive, massive wreck. And some people benefiting. Some people are seriously, seriously feeling the effects of that big one there on lap 46.
45 is about to feel the effect of Austin Miller's drive off this corner here as Austin Miller gets side by side with him.
Miller's trying so hard, you can even see it, but the 45 is just stronger in general. He's trying so hard to get around that number 45, sending it down the inside every chance he gets, but I just don't think Miller has enough for the 45, the 84, or the 0 cars, as the 84 is going to go down his inside. But this is still an amazing run from the rookie in the 18. He's the only guy with rookie stripes I see up here. So he's doing a fantastic job in that number 18. And just running a car that's not supposed to be in 3rd place and putting it in 3rd place is a big accomplishment for a young driver. This guy is super, super young. Wasn't even able to race Daytona in the truck race. He was too young to race mile and a halves for a while. So after he got put in the 37, he just took off like a bullet, really. And ever since then, he's been doing a great job for Flipside, and he's continuing to do it going down the inside of Baker.
Oh, like now he's digging, coming to 4 laps to go.
Gonna fall back into position behind the 84, trying to set himself up again as they probably go into turns 3 and 4 here in a little bit. Gain that momentum down the back straightaway and then shoot down to the inside, most likely. Try and gain a little bit of position.
Meanwhile, while they're bucking and bronking all around there, the 45 back there is going to run away with it, it looks like, for the moment. Oh, contact!
Oh, they're getting really close to each other, but they didn't really make contact. It looked like they were about to spin each other out out of turn 4, though.
That was close. They
Young
keep
guys.
fighting like that. 45 is going to run away.
The young guys are really, really aggressive. We have seen it time and time again. Nick Breeding is one of the young guys, and he's been really aggressive today. And I guess some people are just better at practicing that than others, because the 18 is doing a really good job at being aggressive.
He's made it stick this time. There he goes. Coming to 2 to go. Now, will he have time to run the 45 down?
He's close. I was going to say he's close enough. I know that Homestead is not typically a draft-heavy track or so, but he's probably close enough to get a little bit of that weight down the front and back stretch.
With this package, you just need a really good car in the straightaways, and you're set, honestly, for everything else, especially at Homestead, where they've got such long typical 1.5 mile straightaways, and that usually helps someone like Cole Baker in one of these Ford Mustangs. White flag is out for Bradley Bishop Jr. and his Mopar Dodge. Gonna go for another win this season. He's just been so impressive for AFRT. Cole Baker going down the inside of Homestead, trying to take second place away, but the guy taking the trophy home. Bradley Bishop Jr. coming into turns 3 and 4. He's done such a good job today to keep it out of trouble and to make sure that he's led as many laps as he's needed to. Bradley Bishop Jr. is going to win here at Homestead Miami. What an amazing race we just saw here today.
Solid battle between the 84 and the 18, but Cole Baker is going to walk away with second place. Bit of a heartbreaker for him, starting on the pole and gets runner-up today. But there's always next time, and you know, keep your head up. That was definitely a good run by him.
Cole Baker, he's a very talented driver. He's going to the Cup Series, already confirmed for next year. Just an amazing, amazing run here today at Homestead, showing why he got that Cup seat. A lot of people have been having their doubts about Cole, but, you know, he's here to prove everybody wrong, and he's been doing an amazing job as some of these guys are taking an extra lap. God's got a top 10, so this might be celebratory. But other than that, yeah, I would say this was a great race in terms of Homestead. It had pretty much everything except a photo finish. And those guys were just battling really hard out there today.
Yep, very much the case. Definitely not a photo finish for the win, but definitely a photo finish for second place, getting close to it at least, with how much they were flipping and flopping back between second and third.
Well, I sure enjoyed that. I hope everyone watching enjoyed that, as the results go down the screen and the burnout will be shown afterwards. I fairly enjoyed commentating that, and I'm sure my co-commentators, Charlie Fibrosis and Robbie Jackson, really enjoyed that as well. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for being in the booth with me, and I want to thank everyone that watched this race here today. And I will see you guys next time. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody.